Very good. I'd like to speak to you tonight about monotheism and polytheism. One of the themes that I touched upon in my latest book, the Nefer. Let us begin by taking note of the fact that the concepts of monotheism and polytheism has been used to denigrate black people. Right now, there are a number of African American professors all over the country pushing forward the concept of Afrocentrism. And the white media has struck back saying, well, it seems like racism, black racism. Why can't you go for, multiculturalism? Why must you push this black thing? Look, there's no overt racism. We white people are trying. Now, it is true that when you go to school and at the workplace and so forth, in most places that white people are not looking at you in the face and calling you a nigger and, saying that blacks are inferior and whites are superior. Yes, we know these things no longer go on. The overt racism in most places has died down somewhat, but the truth about it is that the racist system is still in place. Okay? We can still go to history books trying to learn about ourselves and still come across statements that, well, African people didn't have religion, they had mythologies. White people have religions. Black people have mythologies, they have fetishes. White people have languages. African people have dialects. White people live in houses, cabins, chalets. Africans live in huts. We can still come across these kinds of things. African religion, traditional religion, is dismissed as being heathenistic, polytheistic, a thing of the past in the evolutionary career of mankind. This keeps many black people from going back into the African roots. It makes us, believe that to pursue Africana is to put on, a shoke cloth and kente cloth and, veritable English wax and things of that nature, and to do the drumming and the dancing and so forth. We dare not look at the religion itself. We dare not look at the culture because we think that we're dealing with something that is heathenistic or primitive or nonsensical. But I'd like to bring to your attention tonight that in our quest for self-determination, one of the principles of Nguzo Saba, one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, self-determination. Self-determination must begin with black people defining their own culture. Black people defining their own historical and cultural paradigms. Okay? Years ago, I was lecturing in Philadelphia, and this young black man said to me, I know when the white man is lying. All I have to do is look at whatever black people say is true. And if the white man says the opposite, then I know that it is not the truth. By that, what I mean is that we cannot accept white people's definition. Just not simply how to define our culture. We cannot even accept how to define the words. One thing that I learned in studying African culture, spiritual culture, is that the Western man has a problem thinking. I used to, as a child, as a young man, I used to say that he came to the use of language prematurely. You know. Because the word monotheism, polytheism, cannot be applied to African religion. I had to invent two words to approximate the African system of religion. Now, if you read my book, you know that I use the word a syntheism or a synthetical theism, or a cis-theism or a systems theism. For the simple fact that it's the African religion, okay, is more so of a system of seeing unity in the midst of multiplicity. So it cannot be reduced to a statement or a concept like monotheism or polytheism. Monotheism simply says that one causal entity working by itself, unaided by any other agent, on any other level, is responsible for the world. To give an example, that is to say that the President of America, without the help of a Congress, or a Senate, or governors, or mayor, is running the country. You see? Now, in the United States, we know that's not true. In other countries, that's not true. There's a president, a man at the top, who runs the country through a hierarchy of sub-gods or presiding entities or causal agents. You with me? So when the African people conceived of the word God, they were referring to, you see, a presider. You see, a God is that which presides over some sphere of activity in nature. You see? If you want to understand religion, you have to, you see, understand the word God the way you understand the word president. The presider over a sphere of activities. Therefore, there's no problem understanding that there can be a president of Wose, which is not to deny, you know, the president of America, even though I wish it were that way. Then the country will be in good shape. I'm not trying to start a coup here or anything like that, so there are any CIA, FBI agents here, forget about it, you know. So, there's a misunderstanding of the word God, the concept God. There's a misunderstanding of the reality God, the reality behind the word God, you see. When we, you know, want to help ourselves, when we want to elevate our consciousness, we have to go beyond. We have to reject the way the white man has, you know, misdefined fundamental words. But I'm saying to you, my premise is that not only cannot the white man use these words properly, he does not even have an insight into the objective reality that the words are indicating. And you have to question on these two levels. You have to reject it on those two levels. Once you understand that, then you know that, you see, there is no religion in the Western world. It's been over a year that I have said that in my Medunantir, and I have not heard from white people